All right, for another episode of Ice Castle Eats. Today, we're going to show you how to make a tenderloin crostini. By far one of my favorite meals. It always gets a 10 from everyone I serve it to. It's great as an appetizer or as a meal. But bottom line is it will elevate your ice castle game, whether you're in the wintertime, the summer, the fall, wherever you need to eat. This is something you can prepare in your ice castle with the amenities that you have in every one of them. Follow along for this tenderloin crostini and be prepared to be amazed. And make sure you make it yourself. First thing we're going to do here is we're going to take it out of the package, get it cleaned up, lay it out, and start seasoning it. So just follow along on this episode. So first thing I'm going to do is cut this in half, set this one aside. And that's about what I'm going to use tonight. And this will feed about 6 people. So now that I've got the meat cleaned up, ready to go, I'm going to set it right here in the pan. The next thing I'm going to do is grab my favorite, the Montreal steak seasoning. And what I like about this is it's a general all-purpose seasoning. You can use any of your favorites, whatever you choose, but this is the one that I go for. I'm just going to generously sprinkle this over the top of this tenderloin. I'm going to rub that in, get it all rolled up in the meat. So my meat is seasoned, it's ready to go, pretty much just like this. I'm going to set it here in the oven at 350. You know, ultimately what you're going to want to do is cook this to a medium. Some like it medium rare. I like mine right about medium, which is about 130 degrees. Right now we're just going to take it and put it in the oven, and we'll see you back here in a few minutes. Okay, so now that you have your tenderloin in the oven, you're going to want to use a baguette. So I'm going to cut these up and I'll show you what happens next. One of the ways that I like to extend the size of the meat so I can put a bigger piece of meat on, and also make it look a lot nicer, is I like to cut at a diagonal angle. And what you're going to find is that you're looking for probably a ½ inch or less thickness. Okay, so I like to use butter, but I've also used olive oil in the past, so your choice as far as putting a little moisture here on top of the baguette slices. But just going to take a moment, we're going to just lightly butter these. All right, I'm thinking it's about time here. I've got my thermometer. 142 on the small end and 131 on the thick end. So it's time to bring this out. Right up there. All right, so now while we let this rest for a few minutes, this is a good time to take our crostinis, which we buttered here a few moments ago, and we can put those down here in the oven. All right, so now we're back. We've got the crostinis out. We're going to be ready for the secret ingredient. Believe it or not, it's the Forsen garlic cream cheese here. The garlic and fine herbs is the one you want. Let's go ahead and slice that open, and we're just going to take a little sliver of this cream cheese. Take one of these little baguettes. We're just going to lay the secret ingredient right on there. Now it's time to also cut the tenderloin. Take this tenderloin, give ourselves a nice little slice, and take a look at that. You take one of those and set that piece of meat right on top just like that, and that, my friends, is a perfect tenderloin crostini. You know, if you've ever had a problem with people coming over for dinner, you won't have it once you offer them a tenderloin crostini. That's a wrap for this episode of Ice Castle Eats. We'll see you next time. Don't forget to send your recipes in. We'll see you next time.
Submit your recipes on the link below.